All right, you guys ready for some more? So you can see I've done a little bit of work on my building. I put some thought into my color scheme, into my composition, got some textures, but it still looks a little flat. I think we could add some more stuff to this and really make it pop. So let's see what happens if we were going to go and add a sky. I've set up some pre-selected things, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to File, Open, and we're going to select the sky wallpaper that I picked. I'm going to say open that. So now you'll notice we have two files open up here in our bar. We've got the sky and we've got our building. If I come over here and right click on the word background, the word is kind of important. If you click on some other places, you'll get different things. So I'm going to click right on the word, control click, right click, whatever you're doing, duplicate layer, and you'll notice that down here we have a destination for our document. Okay, we don't need another copy in this one. Two layers of the same thing's not going to do us much good, but if we go to building 5, now let's see what happens. Okay, so some of you may have had your file duplicate in and come in something like that. That's okay. If you've done the assignment correctly and you have different layers for all this, this will work very nicely because all you have to do is to come down here and drag it underneath. So still not quite right, not totally happy with that. If I come over here and I click on the Move tool, there are handles. I can grab these handles and I can squeeze the sky. I can do all kinds of things. If I wanted to, I could rotate the sky. Probably rotating is not something that I want to do. So if I come over here and we'll notice that there is a red no symbol, we can cancel that operation. All right, nothing has changed. All right, let's try it one more time and be a little more methodical about it. And we'll squeeze the sky into the right place. I think that looks pretty good. The building is looking much more three-dimensional now. I'm going to click on the green check mark, and we have now completed that operation. So some of our students have the crazy notion that they want to be creative, that they want to try something new. They want to go out on the internet and they want to find their own sky. Right on. Let's go see how that works. All right, so I'm going to go to my internet browser. All right, create a new window, and I'm going to search on skies. Okay, I'm going to click on images, and I've got a bunch of skies here, and I think there's some of these that could work. So let's try this one here. I'm going to click on it, make it a little bigger. All right, then I'm going to right click on this. I'm going to click on copy image. Okay, so now let's go back to our building, and if the stars have all aligned and everything is working, I get a paste. Some of the skies that you may select are locked down. You may not be able to paste them in. So a little bit of trial and error, a little bit of experimentation. That's what this is all about. We're going to move this sky in, and we can do all kinds of stuff with it now. And now we have a little bit more colorful sky. One of the things we haven't talked about, in the layer menu, there's some really powerful stuff that you can do where you can change stuff up here under your settings. Okay, so if I was to go in here and click on darken, or perhaps screen, I now have two skies in there, and you can do all kinds of stuff with this. As you're experimenting and playing with things, you may find things that work much better for you. That's a pretty surreal sky, but you know what? We're experimenting. I don't think hundertwasser would have a problem with that. Another thing you can do is, now that we've got our sky in, we can add some other stuff. And this is all working with our duplication layers. This is going to show a higher level of mastery. You know, we can cut and paste things, but honestly, the duplicating layers, the layer masks, these are all things that we want to see, that you understand how you're working in Photoshop. So let's go and open up a door or a window. All right, we have a bunch of doors and windows for you to pick from. You get a little preview. We got domes. We've got some pretty rocking cool windows that I think would work with what hundertwasser had in mind when he made his buildings. So let's open this one. All right, you'll notice we've got a layer mask. I've already done a lot of the work for you. I've cut this out, okay? So you'll notice over here, you'll see the checkerboard. That's telling me it's transparent. So that when I right-click on this and I duplicate the layer and it comes into my building, I can now reorder that layer, bring it up to the top, and you may want to put this above layer 1. This way it will be above your lines and things like that. So you can reposition this, all right? If you want, you can get crazy and scale these down, all right? You can rotate your window if it suits your design. If you think that the window would work a little better and needs to be wider to fill that area, you have that option. You can do that because we can move mountains in Photoshop as graphic artists. We can move continents. We can do all kinds of things. So if it looks good, we can click OK. And now I think it's a great time for you to go and experiment and play with this. See how you guys do. Have some fun.